As promised, I will be doing a Q&A video for reaching 175 subs. And actually, as of recording this, I've already surpassed that. I'm around 180 now, but and I'm also going to be taking a quick break from Candy Jack around the world to do this video. So this will be the video for the week. Let's get into the questions that I have. First question from Uno Raccoon. Do you think you would ever make another fursuit? And if so, what would it be? I have put some thought into this. One thing that I've thought the most about, honestly, is updating this one. So basically just a new Candy Jack suit, because this one was kind of making it up as I went along, kind of experimenting, trying to just sort of learn how to do this sort of thing. It is kind of rough around the edges if you were to really look close. There's like a hole right here. It's kind of fallen apart a little bit already. I'm going to take what I've learned and try to do a better job on this. So that's one. I have considered other characters. I thought a bat suit would be pretty cool, but I don't have any idea who the character would be. I just know that a bat would be cool. I also thought it'd be cool to do a saber-toothed tiger, but kind of like a caveman-ish one, some sort of just primal character. I don't know. I think of a lot of different characters, and some of them I think, that would be cool, have a suit, but then I'm like, well, what would I do with it when it is a suit? I don't really know. When I made this suit, I was like, what am I going to do now that I've made it? And I ended up making a YouTube channel. Let's move on to the next question from Kame the Turtle. What is the best Halloween candy? That's a tough question because I like a lot. It'd be easier to name what are my least favorite Halloween candies, because that's a pretty easy list to come up with. There's a handful of things that are just completely god awful, and anything that tastes like black licorice is an instant 0 stars. I really like Snickers around Halloween time. That's just personal preference. I don't know. I specifically associate them with Halloween. The little tiny bite-sized ones, I'm probably one of the few people that actually likes candy corn. I used to not really like it when I was younger, but I, in recent years, gave it another try, and it's actually, I do kind of like this. So it was kind of a weird thing. But now it's I will smash a bag of candy corn. It's no joke. It's hard because there's chocolatey things, and then there's fruity things, which are two completely different categories. And then there's stuff like candy corn, which doesn't really fit either of those categories. It's just sugary stuff that doesn't taste like anything that I can pin down. I want to say Snickers might be my favorite one to have around Halloween time, because I'm just thinking, if I had to pick a bag of one thing to devour, and that was the only thing I could get for that particular season, I would probably go for the Snickers. But it's hard because the best part about Halloween is a variety of candy. Christmas time, I think of candy canes in terms of candy. Anything kind of minty, really. I like to have my candy canes around Christmas time. That's the Christmas candy. But I feel like Halloween is all about a mixed variety of candy. It's just a part of the tradition. You go door to door and you get whatever anyone's handing out. From DJ Sharon Drag, where did your love for horror stem from? What is a particular movie or great Halloween celebration, etc.? I want to say my love for horror probably started when I was very young. The memory is very hazy because I was so young, but apparently the movie that did it was Hocus Pocus, which I think my aunt showed that to me, and then I just became obsessed. So that was probably the biggest offender right there. I was very obsessed with the zombie character Billy. He was my favorite, so yeah, I would say that's what started it. And I also, at a very young age, watched a lot of the Universal films and any old black and white horror movies. Did movies and celebrations for Halloween. Well, again, Universal horror, I love to watch those around Halloween time. They just put me in a Halloween mood. I mean, I can't just watch any horror movie for Halloween. I can, but if I specifically want to get in a Halloween mood, watching the Alien movies doesn't put me in a Halloween mood, for example, but the Universal films definitely do. There's just the atmospheric kind of gothic vibe, all the black and white. Those just scream Halloween to me. I could create quite a long list of perfect stuff to watch during the Halloween season, but if I had to just pick a general thing, it's the Universal films. I have fond memories of watching those on Turner Classic Movies and AMC, but before it got kind of weird. I don't know if anybody remembers, AMC used to be more like Turner Classic Movies, but they kind of sold out, I guess. In other kind of celebrations, if you want to talk about, I guess, like stuff to do on Halloween, I feel like you guys are giving me like questions that I could just go on forever about. Well, having like a little like kind of casual get together with people where you just like carve pumpkins and have like, you know, like some coffee, have a Halloween playlist going. Something very casual like that, I think, is the best way to celebrate Halloween. I feel like you get the most out of it that way. I'm not a big fan of like huge parties, but like small get-togethers, like friends and family. Having like a marathon of like Halloween TV specials. We did that last year, and that was like so much fun. Probably what we're gonna do this year. Like we were watching like Are You Afraid of the Dark, and what else? The Simpsons, Treehouse of Horrors. We marathoned a couple of those. Like just stuff like that. That was a good time. It was very chill compared to how I used to celebrate Halloween when I was like, you know, back like when I was like in high school. I would do a haunted house in the garage, you know, which is, it's a more involved kind of way to celebrate the holiday, but it's also fun in its own way. And if you're looking for ways to celebrate kind of leading up to Halloween, for me, usually that kind of stuff includes like go to a pumpkin patch, and they're just very relaxing to walk around. Or you can go to a haunted house attraction. Those are always fun. Yeah, again, I could think about this for hours, honestly. There's a lot of things you could do, so it's kind of hard to really like pin that down, but hopefully I answered your question in some way. From Mad About Monsters, what is your favorite film that you made, and what was the funnest to make? Okay, so I have made a lot of kind of like little independent home movie projects, whatever you want to call it, as a hobby, and I feel like the one that I'm the most proud of that I've made, so I guess that would be my favorite, is it's an adaptation of a creepypasta story called Tiki Toby. I mean, the movie's about 40 minutes long. I uploaded it on my other YouTube channel. The upload is longer because there's like outtakes and stuff at the end, stuff like that. But like I said, it's based on the creepypasta story. Tried to keep it kind of a close adaptation, but kind of also expand on the story a little bit. It seems to be my most viewed movie on the other channel. So yeah, I guess I'd go with that one. What is happening? Yeah, I guess I'd go with that one. It has a lot of interesting visuals and artsy-fartsy things that I'm kind of proud of. So yeah, I think that one came out the best. But in terms of the funnest one to make, I'm going to say the funnest one that I made was also based on creepypastas. I did a lot of creepypasta adaptations kind of some years back, but the funnest one to make was a horror anthology movie, which was like based on a variety of different creepypastas. I did an anthology film based on a bunch of these. I'm happy with how that film came out, but also I had a lot of fun working on it. That one took about 3 or 4 years to make in total, which is crazy to think about. But I was working on it with some friends. Movies where I get to work with people more, where like the Tiki Toby film, a lot of that was shot just me by myself. I know! Can you wait? I'm doing a video. But yeah, the anthology film, I was working on it with some buddies, and it just felt like memories were made. We did a lot of stuff. So I would say that was the funnest one that I made. And that movie is just called Creepypasta, if you're interested to look it up. Also from Kame the Turtle, what would your Sona be if not a cat? Thought about this. I kind of sort of talked about this a little bit with the first question, but alternatives to this, basically. I've thought of a bat as a possibility. I think that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of what else would I have done. And I definitely like to have a Halloween-centric character. I feel like Halloween has shaped me into who I am. A bat would also be a really good option. I've thought about creating some sort of alternative bat character before, but it never really develops. I kind of just feel like I nailed it with this one. This is me right here. Love cats, love Halloween. Everything just kind of like was perfect with this one. Okay, cool. So that was all the questions. I'm probably going to do another Q&A when I reach 200 subs, which is starting to happen quicker than I was expecting because I'm already at like 180. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably make another video announcing when I'm going to do the 200 subs Q&A. So whenever I do that, you can ask me some more questions. Until then, thanks for watching. Now get out of my house.